you'd like to, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I post every Wednesday.
Hey everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. Today I have a really exciting video. I am in Seoul, South Korea on an EF ambassador trip. Today is the morning of my first day. It was quite a journey getting here. I just still can't believe that I'm here. South Korea has been my #1 travel destination for many years now, and as soon as I saw EF Ultimate Break, which is a tour company that does tours for people between the ages of 18 to 35, I love them. I've been on like 5+ tours with them, and they have these ambassador trips that if you are part of the ambassador program, you can go on them, meet other ambassadors, and it's just a fun time. So it's my first also EF ambassador trip, and this is the first trip that EF Ultimate Break is doing in South Korea ever. And when I saw that they're offering South Korea, I jumped at the possibility and it booked right away. So they're gonna start offering the regular South Korea trips and even a South Korea and Japan trip later on this year. But this is kind of a test run and my group is super small. I believe there's around like 6 travelers, which is not normal for an EF Ultimate Break group. I've never traveled with such a small group, but it's kind of nice because since this is the first time EF is doing this kind of a trip in South Korea, it's easier to do that with less people. But I am pairing this South Korea trip with Japan. I'm doing back-to-back trips. We are starting out in Seoul and we're going to be here for 3 nights. And then we're going down to another city that starts with a G, and I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just probably put it up on the screen. And then we're going to Busan, which I've been wanting to go to for quite some time as well. And then going back up to South Korea. Then I'll be staying a few days on my own, and then I'll be flying to Japan for the Highlights of Japan 2-week trip with EF. As for my travel situation, I was supposed to fly out Friday, May 12th and arrive Saturday, May 13th because it was a 12-hour flight, and also South Korea is just many more hours ahead of, especially in the Pacific time zone where I live in the US. And I get to the airport, everything's fine. And then I'm walking basically little laps around the terminal that I'm in because I know I'm going to be seated for so long. I just wanted to get my steps in. And I realize it's a small enough terminal where no matter where I'd be, I'd overhear the announcements. And I'm just thinking, wow, it's boarding time. I know a lot of times it starts late, but I haven't heard. And then it was delayed by an hour and I didn't think too much of it. I was supposed to fly at 11:30 a.m. and it was delayed till 12:30 p.m. And then at around 12:30 p.m., just casually after, getting all our information, everything going as normal, no hints of anything going wrong besides an hour delay, which happens all the time, the people over the intercom just go, "Oh, hey, by the way, this flight to Seoul, South Korea is canceled. There's no pilot," which I don't know how that works. I'm sure there's, they tried to get a pilot or something happened and there was some effort to get the flight to happen, but just no pilot. I don't understand that. So this is technically the second full day of this tour, but I missed the first full day because I was then put on the exact same flight with Delta, 11:30 a.m., arrived 4 p.m. in Seoul the following day. So if you're on a trip and something goes astray, just call, first off, figure out for your next flight time, because EF can only do so much with the flight itself, and then let EF know, let your tour director know. Usually there's a group chat already started and active once, you're that close to the start time of your tour, and everything was fine. So I was just kind of in the mentality of, this is out of my control. I'm staying a few days later in Seoul anyway, so I'm not too distraught by it. But I did want to show you my hotel room, and I, by the way, upgraded it to a solo room. Here's the door, nothing too exciting. There's a bolt, which is nice. You put your car key up there. There's an emergency flashlight. And it's a pretty simple but just a nice room. I've got, I believe, a queen size bed here. And then there's 2 little side tables. That's my toiletry bag. And then we've got a mirror. I'm going to a K-pop dancing class, so I tried to dress a little more like athletic. Obviously I'm going to change the shoes, but everywhere in South Korea, which is so nice, they offer these slippers, which I don't like to walk barefoot in hotels. And in Russian culture, slippers are pretty big too, so I'm really happy that they provided slippers. And then there's a TV here, and I just kind of, you know, made myself comfortable. I'm only here for 2 nights, given I missed the first night, so I don't want to, you know, totally unpack. I never really do on EF trips, but there's a safe, tea kettle, a refrigerator with 2 water bottles, which I appreciate. And I just hung my sweater from yesterday. And I just have my bits and bobs. I brought a little EF Day backpack that I'm going to use today. My normal Mateen backpack, which I love. It has been so good. There's a little window outside. And then on this little bench situation, I just lifted up my suitcase so it'd be more comfortable to access my stuff. And the bed. And also an important part, let me show you the bathroom. I heard a lot of South Korean bathrooms are just like wet rooms where there's no doors and the shower just kind of merges with the rest of the room. So when you take a shower, like the whole place is soaking wet. So I appreciate that there's these doors. There's another one here so that I can kind of separate and keep the water out. And then this toilet, it's like a bidet toilet. I was too tired to figure this out yesterday because I'm just American and don't have one. But that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, pretty good lighting in here. Hair dryer, just all the things that you really need. That has been a long intro, but then again, a lot has happened. I didn't film any of my traveling here because it was just a lot and tiring and just complicated. But here's my hotel room, and I will just film for you all throughout the day. I know we're doing a bunch of stuff today and I don't remember everything. It's on the WhatsApp. I'll have my tour group and my tour guide the whole time, so I'll just keep you all posted, and let's start the day out. So after the K-pop class, we ended up going to one of Seoul's underground malls. I highly recommend going to one of these. It's really unique. It's great for souvenir shopping, and I just overall really enjoyed my time there. Got some fun keychains and a boba. So afterwards, we went to Seoul Sky, which is the latte tower in Seoul. You got to go through all of these really cool virtual installations as you make your way to the elevator, and I found it very interesting. And then we went up the elevator. This is sped up, so the elevator wasn't really this fast, but you did go up to the very top of the 100 and something floors in about a minute, which is really impressive. And of course our ears popped and all of that, but it was totally fine. And then we proceed to get out of the elevator. We're still in darkness. We haven't really seen where we are really. And then there is this screen. We sit, we watch a film, and then it just opens up. And I've never seen an intro to a observation deck like this. It was really cool. It was really bright going from the darkness to the brightness like that, but I really enjoyed this view. And here I am walking over the glass floor, which is the highest glass floor in the world. I'm in the Lot Tower right now, which is the tallest building in South Korea. It's like 120 something stories, and it's really cool. I'm glad that we went here. I didn't know if I was going to go with the group or with myself, but it's absolutely beautiful. 360 views of this place. It's been really good so far. We did a K-pop class. We went around the mall. We had dumplings at a Michelin star restaurant, which is really amazing. And now we are in the top of this place. And it also, this building has the highest glass floor that you can see in the photos I'm gonna add in the world. And at first it's really scary to like walk and look straight down, but then you get used to it. But this is how this place looks like, and it's really beautiful. I don't know if that's like smog or smoke or what's going on, but I think it still looks pretty good overall. After this, we are probably going to have dinner, and then tomorrow we leave Seoul, so I'll probably start a new video, but we are still hitting a lot of good spots and it's been really good. After the tower, we went to VIP's for dinner, and we got to do a buffet style dinner with some pretty high-tech technology that I've not seen before. Here is a soup station where a robot, a literal robot, makes your food. I made myself an udon soup, and I just put the toppings that I wanted into a bowl, set it on that little stand over there, and the robot did the rest. He cooked my food, then he went over and he added broth, and you can just tell how intricate it is. Even here you see the robot takes out the broth and then simply just lets out a little bit so it doesn't spill, and then just pours it in without spilling much at all. And the soup tasted pretty good, and me and the rest of the group were just really mesmerized and taken aback by the technology that we're seeing in Korea. I've seen a couple of things like this in the US, such as this robot here. There's a sushi restaurant in Seattle that will come and bring drinks and collect garbage. So this I've seen before, but not too often. But I thought this was still really cool, and they made it into a little cat so you can see the ears and the face. And I just love that a lot of countries such as South Korea and Asia will combine high-tech stuff with like really cutesy animals. It's just the best. Hey everyone, I'm back at my room now, and it is 9:17. Today has been such a long day, and you know when you look back on photos or you think back to something and you are surprised to think, oh wow, this happened today, that felt so long ago. Well, that was me. I was on the bus ride back and I was looking at photos and I was seeing my K-pop photos, and it's hard to believe that that was today because it just feels like such a long time ago. And EF is great because you get to do so much and really make the most of your day, and you do have both scheduled things and free time, so it's a really nice mix of both, but it's also just a lot jam-packed into a couple of days or a day, and I'm really tired. So tomorrow we're leaving, going on to the next city, and I just want to pack up my stuff, wash my hair, and just have a early night again. I'm still adjusting to South Korea time. So thank you all so much for watching. I think I'm gonna close out this video, and I will see you in the next city in South Korea. Bye. Don't try